Right, well, good morning everybody. It's just after 8 o'clock. I've been awake for about half an hour. Just to get myself organised and dragging myself out of bed. I went to bed about 11 o'clock last night and yeah, slept reasonably well. I woke up about once for a pee, but the first time I woke up I was quite cold. Like, I had just my t-shirt and boxer shorts on, and I had to put my fleecy top on, so not good. And then I woke up a couple of more times after that for a pee and things, and woke up about 7 o'clock this morning. I've just like lay there really debating what to do for today. But anyway, I've got myself traditional breakfast on the go. So I've got porridge and a cup of tea. The gas stove, I kept the gas wrapped up in one of my jackets in my bag last night, and it worked a treat like. So it went on straight away, no bother whatsoever. I'm just going to stir this, make sure I've got enough water in there, and then the rest can go in my cup of tea. So I was thinking, last night when I was sitting here, my right hand side, your left hand side of the screen, the smoke was coming towards the shelter, and so I was sitting thinking this morning about moving my shelter, and obviously I'm going to be building Rooney a shelter as well. Well, not a shelter, sorry, beds, so we can put the tarps up and just have a camp like that. So my plan of action is I'm going to dig a couple of trenches to, like, well, ditches, sorry, not trenches, to put some long poles in, because obviously where I want to put my bed there's no decent trees to put a ridge line. If I did, the ridge line would just be too long. Hopefully I can make it secure enough. I'll test that first before I start making a bed in that location. But I still need to make a bed. It wasn't bad, the smoke last night, but there again, it wasn't windy last night, and the westerly winds, obviously that's west at my rear, so a westerly wind, that means that the west is where it's blowing to, not where it's coming from. So I'm sitting in the direction of where the wind would constantly blow. So in the winter time when it's really Baltic, I would have the winds blowing into my face here unless I drop my tarp down, which is not something I want to do. So anyway, before I go into complete waffle mode first thing in the morning, I'm going to get this porridge down because it's nice and warm. It's actually cold this morning, my feet are cold and my body's cold. My hands are freezing. Right then, progress so far. Let's just turn this down a little bit. Right, so as you can see, I've dug a hole. It's bigger than the hole I wanted. The other hole was over here somewhere in the background. It was too far away. What I've done was I've put a ridge line going from the big tree down to the skinny tree, and then another one to the other tree to the other ridge line, so it gives us a perfect place to put it. So I dug right down, found a few rocks as well, had to dig through them to get the hole done. But as you can see, the pole's in. It's quite solid there already, and it's just standing free except for this post here. This post's been dug into the ground about so big and then tied off with 2 prusik knots on there. I'm just about to do the same with this one, okay, and you've just seen us chopping that one. That one will go on that side there, okay. Now the idea of these 3 being on this side is because the pull of the ridge line is going to go that way, so these are going to get dug in, and these are going to give it even more support when I fill in all the gaps with soil and everything and poke it all down. And then all the rocks will go on this side, and then I might possibly put another stake on this side as well. So let's get it in. far as it can go. Fingers crossed this works. Right, let's get that one placed better, so it's up against the posts better. That's it. Right. It's actually quite hard ground, this. It's got loads of rocks in it. So I could hit them at any time, like, but that's already getting quite solid before I even fill it in. I'm keeping tight a hold of my axe, like, so it doesn't come out my hand. I think that's it. It's as far as I'm going to go. That's quite solid already. And all I'm going to do with these rocks is just shove these into there. Get my little prodder stick. Actually, that's a rotten stick. Where's my stick I had? I had a stick for prodding anyway. But anyway, let's get these rocks all in there. Right down the base. And I'll get a stick, we'll knock it down, I'll fill it in, and I'll bring this back. That's solid as a rock, that, like, happy days. Right, so now I'll be able to put my ridge line from here to the fig tree where my other one is, and I'll be able to put a ridge line from this tree to that one, and what will happen is that'll pull on both of them in any weight and make it even more solider. But that's happy days, like, I only need to put the one pole in. Yeah, brilliant. So you have it. Obviously I can build a bit more soil on there in any weight from the fire pit and get it prodded down even more. Yeah, so that's happy days. And possibly put another bit of cordage around the whole three of them, and then put a prusik knot in. That keeps them nice and tight together. It's not the perfect straight, but it's straight enough for what I need. It's slightly leaning to that way, but as you can see, I'll just put this down over here. It's not a perfectly straight, but it's at a good height. Look, it's just above head height, and it's rather solid, especially going towards the camera. That is rock hard, that, like. So let's try it, because I've got my ridge line just here. So there's my ridge line. It's at about the height I want it for me top to go on later on when I've made the bed. And that is taken. Oh yeah, I'm pulling really hard on that there, and that's taking a lot of strain. So that's brilliant. Right, that's tight but not too tight, and it's, listen. So there you go. One pole done, ridge line attached, going all the way along, nice and tight. And it's only going to get a tarp on it. I'm not going to be hammocking from there at all. It's just to hold the tarp up, same as what there is there. So I'm roughly in line with where I want to be with my top. So all I've got to do later on, I'm not going to do it yet because I want to build Rooney's bed first, and then what I'll do is I'll just dismantle that and move that down here later on this afternoon. And then I've always got a shelter there in case anything happens with the weather changing. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that indeed. Yeah. Right, it's now 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'm doing quite well considering. I think I've got enough wood to get us through tonight as well, so all my little cut-offs from my projects will go onto that, and that'll be more than enough wood. So now I'm going to go and get myself a little bit of fluids. I'm going to keep hydrating the day because I didn't drink too much yesterday, and I'll bring us back for the next part of the task. Okay, so that's me back underneath me tarp, sitting on my bed, and I've put me buffalo on and me hat on just to stop us getting too cold, because it gets cold once you stop. I'm just regulating my body heat, making sure I keep my body at the right temperature. And I'm going to have something to drink now, and in this bottle, it looks like pee, but it's not. It's actually one of these energy drinks out of the ration packs, so that's what I'm going to be drinking throughout the day instead of just water. One of these, and then I'll drink some water, because these take up a full litre bottle, where this is only like a 900ml bottle or something like that. I don't know, I can't see the markings on it. But anyway, I'm going to get some of this down my neck, and so my next task is to actually do Rooney's bed. The trunk that I cut down yesterday, it'll make the two base parts for it. It's on a slight little slope, so I might have to chalk the bottom end up. It's a very slight slope up, like, but I'll make sure the bed's nice and level. And then it's just a case of finding some slats. I've got my eye on about 5 or 6 trees, dead standing trees at the minute, that look ideal for it. So it shouldn't take us too long to get that done. Once his bed's done and pinned in, that's it. And then what I'll concentrate on is moving my bed down to the bottom end, which will be knee bother at all. I've got no ties or anything. Right, I've just made a right boo-boo. There's a tree that was there, dead standing, and it was leaning this way as well. I cut it and tried to push it that way, but the momentum just brought it straight on. It's whacked into me pole. I've had to cut my ridge line from here just to get it to drop a bit further away from the pole. And yeah, my pole's slack now. All that hard work. Should have done the tree first. Fuck. Can't believe that, like, I just thought that tree just doesn't look right, and it's leaning towards where Rooney's bed was going to be and where the post is. As you can see, it's a big thick rotten tree. The top was all snapped and everything, and it was leaning, but it's just knocked me post, so I'm just hoping I can salvage it. It's still quite solid, but it's a bit wobbly compared to what it was, obviously because it's took the brunt of the tree hitting here, and then I've had to cut these cords. This cord's just went slack as out, like, but that's neither here or there, that's just a guideline. But yeah, mistakes happen. It's there to test with. Not everything's perfect. But yeah, I've got some of the wood set ready now to start doing Rooney's slats. Got about 6 bits ready, cut. Just need to delimb them and then debark them. I might bring you along, I might not. I might need to put that on pause. I need to clear this area of this dead wood. It'll burn the night in anyway if I chop it up, like. But that's my list of my priorities at the minute. I need to get my post fixed, so I might have to cut all the lines off, dig it back out, and then repost it. But once you've already done that and you've done the holes and you've banged your pegs in, it's just going to be slack. Oh. Must be birds flying around the trees. Yeah, so I'll see if I can salvage it. I possibly will be able to. I've got a space just at the back here, so what I could do is I could just dig the back out a little bit, pull that back. It's leaning though, that's the thing. It's leaning towards where me, but it was leaning slightly in any weight. But anyway, I can put another post in there and tie it off, and then it should be okay. If not, I'm just going to have to dig it all out and redo it. Devastated. Right, problem solved. Didn't have to do anything whatsoever. By the time I put a ridge line on this side and a ridge line on here, these ridge lines will just stay up now in any weight, and it's absolutely solid as a rock. It's actually pulling on them two there, so that's happy days. Like, I've never had to do anything, thank God. But yeah, it's only going to be holding, it's not going to be getting hammocks strung up on anything. It's just to put tarps up, and that is solid, absolutely solid there. Like, so that's happy days. What time we got now? 10 past 11. 10 past 11 in the afternoon. Oh, my battery's dying. And yeah, I'm going to get a few more drinks, and then I need to start getting the bed slats done. First ever blister on the palm of my hand that I've ever had since I've been out doing bushcrafty stuff. So I've been using that spade quite a bit, like. And yeah, I always seem to put my palm of my hand on the end. I need to stop doing that, because it's a rather sore. No worse than blisters. Right, problem solved, happy days, let's crack on. I thought I'd just do a quick test with a bit of smoke, just to see where the smoke is going, and it's definitely going over to me left hand side, and up over. So yeah, it's not a bother because it's going into the corner, like. So, but it will drift underneath the top, as you can see there now. It's sort of like going, waving back and forwards. So I'm definitely going to be moving my bed today, because obviously the wind's just going to push into my shelter as well. I noticed a little bit of a breeze last night, like, and it was coming underneath the shelter, but it was also pushing the heat away. But yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do. Move my bed for sure. Right, well, it's now time for my dinner. So today I've got another boil in the bag going in the jet boil. The jet boil's working perfectly fine compared to yesterday when it caught light and everything. I need to do a review on it. I'll probably do one when I'm here, to be quite honest. But yeah, it works fine now. I think it was just me gas was a bit dodgy, to be quite honest. And yeah, so I've got a pasta, like I can't remember what it is. I'll have a look at it when I bring it out. I'm going to have that cup of tea, and then I've got a little chewy bar thing out of a ration pack as well, and some raisins and sultanas with cashew nut and fruit mix. And then obviously I'm going to have a couple of fruit pastels as well, just to build up a little bit of energy. I've got two slats done on Rooney's bed at the minute, like, so I've had this has been warm boiling for about a minute, so I've got about another minute left. I'm not going to bore you with having a look at it and eating it. It's a ready meal, it's a boil in the bag meal. And I'm going to have a nice large cup of tea as well. So let's turn the gas off. Steaming, that's hot. God damn it, boy. Goddamn steam. Get the cup off. So basically I'm having a bean and pasta salad ration pack meal. Alright, I think you've all seen them before. And then whatever's left with the water. Oh, perfect. Full cup. Happy days. Nice cup of tea. Tetley tea. The finest tea. I'm sure anybody that's a Yorkshireman will argue the toss about that. Yorkshire tea is nice as well, like. There is many brands of tea. Many brands. Some of them are horrible, like. Especially like your green tea. Yeah. Healthy stuff. Right, that will go in the bin later, and then on the fire. Let's have a quick gander at this. Said I wasn't going to show you, like, but let's have a quick look at it, and then I can switch it off and get it out. Now I'm going to put my radio on. I'm going to have a half an hour chill out time, then I'm going to get back to it. Spoon. Oh, it actually looks a lot nicer than what I've remembered it. There you go. Lots of goodness. All right. Tastes all right for a year out of date. Well, I decided enough is enough. I'm going to get my bed moved. So that's it all gone there. As you can see, be a canny place for someone to hammock. And there we go. That's my bed done. And what I've done is on that side I've cut a bit of the log off because it was canny long, like, and it's perfect size and a nice flat area for us to put my cup when I'm having a cup of tea or a coffee. Well, a cup of tea or a Jack Daniels, I'm afraid. Not a coffee, I hate coffee. But yeah, I had all my stuff laid there without the tarp over it and everything, and it's just started having a bit of a shower, like. So not too bad, just a little tiny one, nothing to write home about really, but it sort of made us think, shit, sorry swearing there, is it gonna rain? I need to get my wood covered, blah blah blah. But yeah, I feels a lot better now being down there. The wind's definitely coming this way, so it's going to be much better under there and away from the smoke as well. So from the edge of the fire, I'm literally to the edge of my top. It's one step. Look, it's getting wet. Nah, it's only a bit of drizzle. The only issue I've got now is, obviously I've got a post here, alright, and then where Rooney's, I think he might have to end up doing the same as well, because obviously there's the ridge line here, alright, and his bed's going to start roughly about there and then up to here, so his top is going to come and overlap mine, I think. So he might have, I don't know how we're going to work it. It's going to be a crossing of the tops at this corner for definite, but not an issue on that side. So yeah, I pinched a couple of bits off Rooney's because obviously the ground was different here. So I've pinched a couple of the logs that I cut for him and used them for my end to get my end raised, because obviously he's not here. I've got the rest of today. It's now, oh, it's only 2 o'clock. Oh, it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, man. I've got bags of time. Do you know where it is though? Not being able to look at my phone. It's a blessing in disguise, because it gets you sidetracked. I start looking at my phone and the next thing I know, in half an hour's gone. And do you know what it is? Since I realised that I had no power left on my phone and I didn't have a charger, it's definitely been a blessing in disguise, like, because I've just cracked on, got things done. I'm getting a bit thirsty now, like, oh, I'm going to get myself some fluids, and then I need to sort my bed space out, get the back of the top sorted. The thing is with this as well, I can move my seat and my bed further back if I want to. I've left just, see if I can get under here without knocking things over. I've left just enough there to get another slat on if I want to make it wider. So that's not a problem, but that's where I cut the other bit off, and you can see the other bit along the other side is dead long, like. But for some reason it just seems a bit closer on the foot end here for the edge of the top. And it's the same length bed. Obviously my head area is where I'm mostly concerned about, so obviously I've got more room at the head end there from the edge of the top. So at the foot end, it's covered by a bivvy bag in any way, isn't it? So yeah, so I just need to sort this mess out, get things set up again as I did, and then happy days, like. I might make myself a bit of a backrest for the seat. I'm not 100% sure yet. I might do. And I was even thinking about building a wall here, but I need to get Rooney's bed sorted. I'm just jumping ahead all the time. My mind's racing. Next thing I know, I'll be wanting to build a full shelter around the beds. And anyway, enough waffling. Bring us back. See you later. Well, the winds have started picking up a bit, and there's a few creaks and crones coming from them trees behind us. It's I think it's ever since me and Rooney had to bug out when all the trees were falling down around with all the snow and everything. It sort of like puts us on edge every time now. But hopefully I'll be alright, like. And I feel the breeze picking up in here as well, like, compared to yesterday. There's a couple of big trees swaying big style, like. So fingers crossed. Anyway, enough doom and gloom. Aye. When you go through the experiences that me and Rooney went through on that night, it puts a bit of a in your pants, like, and it makes you a bit cautious of camping in dense woodland, especially pine woods. Yeah. Anyway, I've been plodding on with Rooney's bed. I've had to do loads of adjustments, like. Was obviously, there's a kind of bit of a slope there. Oh, I'm standing on my grill. There's a kind of bit of a slope there, so what I've had to do is I've had to dig like a bit of a channel into the ground, put them logs on the bottom, and then cut a nice big fat log just to get a bit of height off the ground, because he's a lardy horse, you know, and he needs to be able to sit with his knees up properly, so he doesn't have to strain too much to stand up. Obviously I'll move all these around and get them in position properly, but that's perfect. Look at that, straight legged ridge line here, so that'll give him about another foot in front of him when he does his top, the same as me. So he's got plenty cover there, and the wind's actually coming from, I don't know if you can see us on the camera, like my camera's going down over. So anyway, that's the base of the platform, of the bed sorted. I think I'll need more than 5 slats for Rooney though. Yeah, he's a bit wider than me. But anyway, sorry Rooney mate, I'm just taking the piss, mate. Yeah, so I think I'll get another 3 slats for this, make some pins up, hopefully get this bed finished for tonight. All the bits and pieces that I'm cutting off the trees that I'm taking down, I'm just adding the bits and pieces to my wood pile, so that's building up as well. I think I might put the fire on a little bit earlier tonight. I was thinking about building a little wall at the side of my top because there is a bit of wind coming in the head end. So it's a lot better than what it was when it was up the top end there, when I was getting a full face of the wind like that. But yeah, as the winds are picking up, and it's said on the radio before that the winds are going to pick up, but the temperatures are very warm. It is warm like, but I'm grafting, and yeah. So what do? Do I build my wall first, or do I go and get another 3 poles knocked up? Decisions. I've got a couple of bits down that I can use for a wall, like, so that's not a problem. I'll have a think about it, and you'll find out when I bring you back. Rooney, you're coming second. Right, well, there's quite a lot of time passed, and I've been a little bit busy. Not on Rooney's bed. I sacked that off. I only need to get 3 more slats for his bed, so I think that'll easily be done at another time. It's not as if he's shot to sleep on it in any way, but I needed a windbreak on the side of me shelter, so there you go. I've made that. Oh, it's took a bit of going. Some of the wood's rotten, but I don't really care. It's just there to stop the wind getting through, and yeah, happy days. Like, I'm happy with it. It's got a couple of gaps in it, but that's neither here or there. It's better than having a full-blown breeze going through me side of me shelter. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's okay actually. So basically what I've done here is I've tried to keep it to the same sort of level going all the way up with the top. Obviously at the top end I didn't, like, but yeah, it's going to do the job tonight, I think. Well, I hope it is, in any rate. But yeah, what time did I say it was? 20 to 6 at night. The days just flew by, like, 20 to 6. So I've got about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Maybe it's not 2 hours, but maybe it's about an hour and a half before it starts getting dark. Right, well, that's me all done, dusted. I've just been sorting all my kit out and things, getting everything organised, ready for tonight. So I'm going to start the fire soon. I'm just going to do the same thing again, the wax thing. But first, I'm going to have a wee dram. Because I think I deserve it. Cheers everybody. If you haven't seen the beginning of this video, this in here is toffee vodka. It is absolutely divine. Oh, that is bloody lovely, that. I'll get the fire started. As I've seen us doing it before, I'll just get it done in any rate. And yeah, so it's just going to be even easier tonight and later and that, because to tell you the truth, like, I just can't be arsed. I am absolutely knackered. I've done non-stop graft all day, cutting wood and stripping wood and chopping wood and everything. I feel absolutely shattered. I think what I need is a couple of helpers. Rooney does the cooking. He's known for his cooking. I'm known for building things and prepping all the wood and everything. And I'm happy with that. I am. I'm really, really happy with that. You know, because Rooney cooks some amazing food. I couldn't scrape a half of a meal together like what he does. Well, look at this. I've been out for 2 days. What have I had? A half a steak and some tatties. I've got a half a steak and some tatties tonight, but I've got a ration pack pudding to go with that. The rest of my meals have all been ration pack meals. Then I've got one of them fire eater meal things for tomorrow. And, you know, that's the kind of crap I eat when I'm out. Well, I get fed like a king when I'm out with Rooney. And he's been sadly missed this last 2 days, because I would have been happy as a Larry getting fed and watered when grafting. But anyway, it's time to light this little thing. I'll not bring you along for it. You've seen it a million times. I'll bring you back later on when I start cooking. When I got all changed and everything, and I took my boots off, my socks were wet. I wear Gore-Tex boots. So what I've done is, I'll hold your clip up now. I've took my insoles out and I've got them laying up against the log next to the side of the fire to dry out. But what I am looking for is recommendations of yous lot. Okay, what's the best type of socks to wear? I wear Bridgedale socks. Buy them from Go Outdoors. I'll just quickly show you. These are, I've tried about 4 different types of Bridgedale socks, and these are the best ones I've found. These are like, well, it says a medium on the bottom there, but what it is, these have got like a bit at the front here, which allows your foot to breathe, okay, and then it goes thinner around the top end as well. They're the most comfortablest socks I've ever had. I've only got 3 pairs, because you know I'm a poor man. Nah, because that's all I need, 3 pair. If I come out for a weekend, I'll bring 3 pairs of socks with us. Well, 2 pairs of socks, sorry. And always, I've got one as a backup in case they break. But the thing is, these have got a lifetime warranty, so if you buy them from Go Outdoors, you can take them back. I've got one of them cards, so it shows up on the system in any way. If they rip, it's a lifetime guarantee, so they'll just do 1-for-1 swap. I have done it before in the past. But yeah, I am looking for recommendations. I think there's some sort of sock out there where you can get where it wiggles away, but I just didn't know what they're called. So, recommendations. Socks. Have you got any decent socks? I don't like thick socks, I like thin socks. These are thin. I wear these summer, winter, everything. Okay. That's it really. So I'm just going to put my sock on because my foot's getting cold. So my insoles are drying out. Okay. And yeah. Let's have another drink of this. It's gone down a treat this, like. I think I'm that tired. I've drank a quarter of me Jack Daniels and I've nearly finished this off, like. And it's hitting us. But yeah. Vodka toffee. If you like vodka and you like sweet drinks, you'll love this. Highly recommend it. Lovely. I'm going to start buying more of it behind the hip flask for extra drink. But yeah, if you have got them, please hire a recommendation in for the socks, and I'm going to hide my food on in about an hour's time. I'm just going to get back to listening to some music and chill out. It's absolutely pitch black now. I could see before, but it's pitch black now, like, so. See you later. Right, well, I forgot I had this ground sheet in the bottom of my Bergen, because this was going to go, this is like about twice or 3 times the size of what it is or I'm lying on now. And I forgot I brought this for us, because this was going to be part of my shelter I was going to build. It was going to be for the roof. So I thought, oh, why not? My feet are cold. I thought I'm going to lie down here and keep my feet next to the fire. And it's actually, lying like this, I'm quite comfy actually. Oh, the joys of wild camping, eh? You gotta love it, haven't you? Cheers everybody. Time to chillax with some music. Right, well, that's my tea cooked. I didn't bring this back because it's exactly the same as what it was last night. I've got a bit of sirloin steak with some barbecue sauce. I've got some potatoes inside of there. But something different I've got a ginger pudding. A ginger pudding and ginger sauce. It's a boil in the bag. I'm going to have that afterwards. But yeah, same again. Steak on a stick. I haven't done it as long as what I've done it the last time, so I'm just hoping it tastes a lot better like. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, last night I think I done it a bit too long. But that's lovely and tender, that, like. Oh. Oh. Even the fatty bit on it. The fatty bit last night was just too hard. That's pure nectar, that, like. And the tatties. To be honest, I've been eating the potatoes for about 10 minutes, like. I love English boiled potatoes with the skins on. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to enjoy it, put a few more tunes on, put a bit more wood on the fire, and I'm going to chill out for the rest of the night. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody that's watched the video all the way through, and even use that to skip most of it anyway, because I talk a load of shite half the time, like. But yeah, I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody that does watch me videos and that's subscribed. It means a hell of a lot to us, and I can see the views are getting better, the subs are going up, and that's happy days, like. Obviously I must be doing something right, but am I? Leave a comment, let us know what you think. Just don't be vulgar, don't be disrespectful, otherwise I'll just block you. But anyway, I'm going to get my food. Q&A will be coming up. Keep a lookout. There will be a post coming up on my community post, and if you're a member of my Facebook group, there'll be a post coming out the same day on there as well. So you can either do it on Facebook or YouTube community posts. Alright, the questions will be for me and Rooney, so if you want to ask Rooney anything, ask away. If you want to ask me anything, ask away. If we think it's a decent question and we'll answer it, then fair enough. But if you get too personal or funny, we'll just ignore it. But anyway, Q&A coming up soon. It might be a live, it might just be a pre-recorded. I'm not 100% sure, because most of the places we go camping, you can't get a signal. Alright, so in any rate, keep a lookout for that. I'll catch you in the morning. Once again, thanks for watching. And if you're new, hit the subscriber button. Give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Alright? See you in the morning. Right, good morning everybody. So, as you can see, the kettle's boiled. Let's just get that turned off. That turned off the right way now. That's it. I'll pour my porridge first. So it's about 9:10 in the morning, and it's rather cold. Nice big cup of tea, nice cup of porridge, a little bit of water left in to wash it down. But yeah, it was an eventful night last night. I woke up a couple of times. The wind picked up a bit again. There's a few cracks and crones in the trees. It was about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. I heard something that sounded like a gunshot. So I'm not sure if there was somebody out hunting or a tree snapped in the far distance there, like, or a bit closer. But other than that, I actually slept quite warm last night. Put my tea bag there. Yeah, it wasn't a bad night's sleep at all. But from about 6 o'clock onwards, I just kept snoozing on and off all the morning. And I finally decided to drag myself out of bed. Had a little spatter of rain through the night as well. Nothing major, just a couple of little odd showers here and there. But it is quite overcast looking outside of the woods, and it's a dreary day today. So my plans are, first of all, organise all my kit, get it all packed away, leave the tarp up until lastminute.com, clean out the fire pit, see what time I've got, because I want to go back to the car and then head off to a different part of Harwood and check on my old camp. I just want to go and see what it's like. I've got a couple of bits left there as well, so I need to retrieve them. So I've got another bag, or I can just empty my Bergen and take that where it is, take the stuff away from there. So to be honest, I don't think we're going to use it again. Like, I think the area was too bad. But anyway, I'm going to get this porridge inside of us, get us warmed up a bit. Kind of beat a bit of porridge in the morning, like. Well, I think sausage, egg and bacon, butty would go and do nicely. But this is my idea of a breakfast in the morning, because it keeps you full for the rest of the day, fills you with energy, and it gets you nice and warm. And on that note, I'll catch you later. Right, that's me all packed up and ready to go. Okay, this morning I didn't bring you along because I've been searching the surrounding area, checking it out, and I've found a couple of little prime spots, like possibly better than this one, but hey ho, it is what it is. There's always there for an alternative if something goes wrong with this camp. But this is going to be a semi-permanent camp until me and Rooney either get sick of coming here and then we'll dismantle it, or it gets found and it gets dismantled by the forestry, or someone comes and wrecks it. But all in all, I've had 48 hours of pure bliss. I really like coming out. It's hard graft, it's knackering, but I get a lot of enjoyment and a real big buzz out of building something. Fair enough, I've only built 1.5 beds and a wall, dug a fire pit, but for you that do it, you know it's a lot of hard work, sourcing the wood, cutting the wood, prepping the wood, and then making something with it. But I love it. I'll finish Rooney's bed off the next time we're here. All I need is about 2 slats on there, a couple of pins, and that's him sorted. And then a ridge line up, top up, the same as me, and we'll be hunky-dunky and ready to go. So I'd just like to say a big welcome to all new subscribers. There's quite a few years turned up on the scenes lately in the last couple of weeks, so thank you very much. I hope you continue to support the channel by watching the videos and commenting. Please do leave a comment and please do leave a thumbs up. It helps the channel big style and it gets my channel pushed out. And if it works for Corporal's Corner, it'll work for me. Alright, so at any rate, once again, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, comment and subscribe. See you on the next one.